Hello, welcome back to another Collector versus Hoarder. Looking back in my history as a collector, I was pretty heavy into buying from eBay in 1999, 2000, 2001. But by early 2003, at this point, my business was booming, okay? Booming. Maybe at the high point of income and revenue as far as the business. 2003 was a big year, right? I bought a loft near BC University. It's a loft. I wish I had pictures to share because it's a pretty impressive space because it has a 18.5 foot ceiling, tall, big space. It was I think 1,800 square feet, something like that. But regardless, it was a big year because I finally make enough money and save up enough money and put money down to buy a place in 2003. Finally, the first thing that I ever owned as far as real estate. So just about that time, for the first time ever in my collecting history, that I consider time to man up for an X-Men 1. Up until that point, even though I was buying like a madman, I really didn't buy any big key books yet. Okay, there is no major key books that's worth 4 figures or 5 figures in my collection. None. And I remember saying to myself, you have worked hard enough, you have saved well, you have made a ton of money, so let's splurge on buying a big boy book. And at that very point that I searched for X-Men 1 on eBay, believe it or not, up until that point, I have never even searched X-Men 1 on eBay. I'm the kind of collector that if I don't plan to buy on something, back then, if something is not in the realm of my budget, I'm not even looking. There's no point looking. That was the same way I was in 1981 or 2003. That's why, you hear me talk about, I'm not the kind of person that like to go to convention to browse around to dig for things, because I have always been very goal oriented, very focused on what I want, and if it's not in my list, I don't care to look for it. So I have not even searched for an X-Men 1 ever on eBay or anywhere else, on the wall at the convention. Nothing. It was never in the realm of my vision of thoughts. So when I decided in early 2003, shortly after I moved into my fancy loft, time to look for an X-Men 1. And that's when I found out about CGC. Yeah, I'm late. I was late. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, "Oh yeah, I was aware of CGC." Back from 1999. No, as much as I was looking and buying on eBay, I was very specific in what I was looking for, and for whatever reason, the things that I was buying and searching and bidding was never in a slab. Yeah, until the X-Men 1. So when I searched for X-Men 1, I saw 2 or 3 slabs, and I'm just like, what is this stuff? What is this CGC thing? Then I did my research, and then I find out, it's a grading company and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is, and of course, not to rerun the horror story, but that's how I got scammed out of my first X-Men 1. Okay, but that is how I discovered CGC. If I was not looking to buy an X-Men 1 back in 2003, who knows when I would discover CGC. I'm sure sooner or later, but that's the true story of how CGC came into my knowledge. Love to hear other stories on when and how you heard of CGC. But for me, that was it. Early 2003. I wouldn't say spring yet, but I think it was, maybe February, because I literally moved into the new space between Christmas and New Year as far as my loft. So as soon as I moved in, my next goal was to get the X-Men 1, so I went on eBay fairly shortly after that. So it must have been maybe February that I learned about CGC. Anyhow, we are at the L, and this must be a record. Yeah, a record. I went through from the A to the K so far, right? I went in my cabinet and looked for the L, and to my surprise, I'm kind of surprised, I kind of have a hunch, there's literally 2 books, 2, in the L. That's it. 2. At one point, I knew I had the entire run. Okay, at one point, I had the entire run of Logan's run. It's a short run. I bought it from a collection. I was not even searching for this thing ever, but they just happened to came in a collection I bought many years ago. So I have sold the rest and just kept these 2 books. So no hoarding. There's no L. Absolutely no L in hoarding for my collection. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Next will be the M. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of the M in those cabinets. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.